Today's gearing review is going to be of the Boss ST2 Powerstack. It's actually a pretty cool pedal. What Boss claims that this pedal does is they claim that this pedal takes like a normal sounding amp and makes it sound like a full stack. And I'm not really sure if that's what it does or not, but what I am sure of is that it is actually a pretty cool pedal. This pedal comes with level, bass, and treble controls, as well as a sound control. The sound knob on this pedal reacts differently than the regular drive knob on a distortion pedal, as in what it does is it changes not only the amount of gain, but it also changes the structure of the distortion. It has 3 different settings, but it's not like a click setting, like where it's here, and then click, it's here, then click, it's here. I mean, it's 3 different settings, but the knob still changes the sound throughout the entire sweep of the pot. The first setting is crunch, which is supposed to be more like a plexi type sound. The next section, which is straight up down at noon, is called the drive section, and that is supposed to be more of a overdriven, hot rodded, JC made 100-y type sound. And then the ultra is supposed to be just like a super hot, modern, high gain amp sound. Okay, with all that boring explanation being given, we're going to go ahead and plug it in and see if this pedal actually lives up to what it claims. We're going to be playing it today through my Fender 65 reissued twin reverb. And the only other pedal really that's going to be in the signal is going to be my ISP decimator noise reduction. I'm also using a Line 6 G30 wireless. Not because I think I'm some big rock star, but because I have some power issues in my house and I am afraid of being electrocuted. The level on the Powerstack is set at noon, and bass and treble are for the most part there. Everything on my amp at 12 noon, and add just a little reverb, and we'll give it a whirl. So this is my reference signal, my reference clean. We're going to put in the crunch mode, and remember the crunch mode is supposed to be similar to a plexi. For some pedals, if your amp has a very big, nice, fat sound, you can click onto the pedal and all of a sudden all your low end just kind of heads for the hills. What I like about this pedal is, true to what it's trying to emulate, which is a big amp sound, it stays big sounding when engaged. So that being said, we're going to take it all the way up. I'm not going to sweep all the levels of gain in between each one, because that would take more than the 10 minutes that YouTube allows me. So we're going to go all the way up now and look at the drive section. To me, that's a very good distortion. I really like it. We're going to crank it all the way up to the ultra section. Here you'll start to hear we're getting a little bit noisy, so at that point we'll kick on the ISP decimator, try to kill some of the noise. really like that. That's, to me, that is a really good sounding distortion for a thing. Now, me personally, I like to be about halfway, maybe a little less than halfway between crunch and ultra. And I also never run my amp everything at 5 o'clock. So let me set my amp up for the way I would normally run my amp. Now I like my sound a little bit thicker, so I would run it like this. And of course I've dialed the gain back to a little less than 1 o'clock, maybe 1:30, about 1 o'clock. And I think it has a really good opposite of that. If I really run about 11 o'clock, I think you get a pretty good high gain, like not a high gain, but a higher gain plexi type. So all in all, I really feel like, I think for the most part they did a pretty good job of describing what it was that they wanted this pedal to do. Now of course, does it sound exactly like a JCM 800? No. Does it sound exactly like a plexi? No. Does the Ultra sound exactly like a modded JCM 800? No. That being said, what it does sound, the sounds that it does give, they keep note articulation. To me, it has just the right amount of compression. I just think all in all, I mean, it's a good pedal. Another thing I really like about this pedal is a lot of the pedals that I looked at that hit the high gain realm tended to automatically, when you turn it up, scoop all the mids out. I don't want all the mids gone. I like mids. Mids really help bring out, you know, it helps bring the guitar out more. You know, when you dial in, when you take all the mids out, the guitar becomes very subdued and it also can become lost in the mix. So I did also like not having a tone knob, but rather having a volume and treble knob, because I tend to find that a lot of pedals that have tone knobs, by the time I get the bass where I want it, I have diminished the treble to the place where I don't like it, or when I get enough treble in it the way I like it, then I've diminished the bass by too much, because all I have is one little knob. So I do prefer pedals that have a bass and a treble knob. But you know, all that being said, this is the Boss ST2 Powerstack.